to another episode. Guys, I just do that for a nice intro. High energy is great energy. High frequency is great frequency. But on a serious tip, guys, please do subscribe as you come in. This is for educational purposes only, okay? Because I know the Carmelo Anthony case has come about. So this is debate, guys. I don't know why he used such terrible background. But however, this is Tariq Nasheed's page. But I was listening to it, and both parties had a lot of great things to say, I must admit. And Tariq Nasheed, he was debunking the second party a whole lot. But you have to pay attention so that you can gather the real issue of the problems that we are facing nowadays in all cultures. So if I were you, I will pay attention, take note, all in Economic Lifestyle. Please do subscribe. Thank you.
I think you're missing a key point. Number one, being shoved, that's not an assault that warrants a lethal response. That being shoved doesn't mean you can stab somebody, because that was the extent of the assault that took place. The fact of the matter is, he, in the first place, showed up to a sporting event with a weapon.
Let's slow down. Let's take your time. Stop. Okay, so why is Daniel Penny being paraded around as a hero if lethal force does not warrant that type of action?
Who is Daniel Penny? The guy that was on the subway or the bus, I think. Let's continue.
Because he was making lethal threats to people on the train.
He didn't have a weapon.
It could be argued he did pose a threat to the lives of people on that train. He was running around saying, "I'm not afraid to go back to jail. I'll kill somebody." That's different.
Oh, really? So him not touching nobody but saying something warranted lethal force.
Okay, why did he show up to a sporting event with a knife and then sit under another team's tent, almost waiting to ambush somebody?
We're unpacking what you're saying. So you justified that Karmelo was in the right. If Daniel Penny was in the right, then Karmelo was in the right based on your logic. Right?
So was Austin Metcalf walking up?
Guys, and I want to say this: these things are not to be taken lightly, but again, they give icebreakers because both. Well, I'll give my commentary afterwards. Let's continue.
Him and being
Please
like,
subscribe.
Kill you.
He said, "I'm going to kick your ass if you don't move."
Disclaimer.
Okay. Did he? Was that actually presented? Where was this exculpatory evidence presented? Because all that's really
Don't talk over me. He said, "I'm going to kick your ass." He kept telling him to move, which he had no authority. Then put his hands on him and then assaulted him. Yes.
Yeah, he was sitting under another team's tent with a knife on his person. Why does he have a knife on his person at a sporting event?
What you mean? That's Texas. Everybody drives around with guns.
At a high school sporting event?
Everybody drives around with that gun. That knife was...
So you go to a high school sporting event.
That knife wasn't illegal, sir. That wasn't an illegal knife. The knife wasn't illegal, sir. Him sitting there wasn't illegal, sir. Karmelo didn't...
Guys, in case you're wondering, a knife has to be longer than 15 inches. The knife Carmelo Anthony had was 3 inches. Keep that in mind. Once it's over 15 inches, it's considered a weapon. Let's continue.
Anything wrong, sir?
It's not illegal to have a weapon on school property.
It's not.
Yeah, it is, though. No, it's actually. You're just wrong there.
Name the law. No, it's not illegal.
The Gun-Free School Zones Act of 1993. What the are you talking about?
Illegal, sir. That's why they didn't charge him with a weapons charge. It's not illegal. If it were illegal, they would have charged him for having an illegal weapon. It's not illegal. They said it's not illegal. A 3-inch knife is not illegal. Y'all not just going to make up laws. Y'all want to make up some knife law that don't exist. Y'all want to make up a damn tent law.
Guys, I just made homemade pizza.
Yeah,
please subscribe.
Showcases intent.
Oh, what intent? What intent? Intent what?
Okay, so you go to a school.
So what you said? Are you saying he brought a knife there to knowing that he was going to stab somebody? Is that what you're saying?
Possibly, yes.
How so? How did he know?
Okay, well, I was...
How did he know that a person He didn't know Metcalf. So you're saying that he knew through some kind of psychic energy that Metcalf was going to come up to him and put hands on him?
Okay, again, yeah, he went. You keep muting me every time I try to outline this. Yeah, he went to this event with a knife on his person. He sat under another team's.
That makes no sense, sir. What you're saying is I'm white and I say so. It makes no sense whatsoever that he knew psychically that he was going to get assaulted. So he prepared. He said, "Oh, I had a psychic dream that a couple of big hillbillies are going to come beat me up. So I'm going to stab them when they do." That's what you're saying, sir? Is that what you're saying?
What?
You're saying that he had a
No, I think he felt entitled to that seat.
It's raining and
he went to another team's tent. He was asked.
I'm not going to sit here and lie. He was invited. And then he even asked, "Hey, is it cool if I sit here?" And then Hillbilly McNugget came up to him and tried to punk him out and then assaulted him.
Guys, I played the fifth. I wasn't there, but I do have common sense along with a criminal justice degree also. So, however, let's continue.
Sir, do you think black people should be assaulted by big hillbilly people from your community? Huh?
Okay, that's just a lie. You just made that up. He was not invited to the tent.
Yes.
You're just lying now.
Have you heard the case, sir? He was invited. Okay, I'm not going to sit here. Thank you. Okay. It was established that he was invited to the tent. The Eddie dude invited him. Okay, yeah, these white supremacists just think they're going to sit up here and lie. And then try to lie about Daniel Penny talking about Jordan Neely was threatening all the people on the train. No, he wasn't. He didn't touch anybody. He threatened them with what? He didn't have no weapon. If Daniel Penny is a hero for self-defense and nobody touched him, he used lethal force against a person who didn't touch anybody. Then Karmelo is just as
Lethal force is considered a weapon if it's unjustified. Let's continue.
heroic, right? Y'all not gonna run from that. You're not gonna run from that. Let's get Chesimard in here. That's our great sister Sada Shakur. Yes, indeed. Chesimard, hop on in. Hey,
Charleston White talking crazy about you.
no, and don't care. He always tries to bring my name up, and I don't care. I don't care. It's a clout chase. It's a clout chase. It's a clout.
He said some egregious shit on the members of the lineage. I don't know if you caught it. This shit was crazy.
Okay. Yeah. No, it don't matter. It's clout chase. Karmelo, and we know most of them are tethers, but all these black people, he could have went to jail doing that to that poor boy.
Years for they basically gave him manslaughter for stabbing a Latino kid at school. Then on top of that, when the police they went to his house and they found him, they found out that the kid was actually trying to get somebody to come pick him up. They tried to take him to a whole nother county. Then on top of that, they had text him and the Latino kid that was getting into it. And he actually had text messages saying that he wanted to put the boy in ICU. He wanted to hurt him real bad and all kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And instead, they say he brutally stabbed him, but instead of him getting 35 years or him getting a death penalty or something like that, he's only getting 10 years and he probably only got to do 6 years and he'll be able to parole out. So I just tap on that, chime in on that.
So that's why, man, all the black people sitting up here talking about some damn Karmelo, and we know most of them are tethers, but all these black people, he could have went to jail doing that to that poor boy. What the hell you tap dancing for?
Oh my goodness.
Grinds TV, what's up, Grinds?
What's up, brother Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, brother?
And you can put that black fist down, Loki. That was Loki. That Jay Chesimard, like two accounts ago. This dude is just tragic ass Sicilian trolling, sticking his white nose, his
Oh my
Tariq, I'd like to
goodness.
discuss the case with you because
No,
I
no,
have
no.
some
You already
information.
did enough. You already did enough trolling. You went
Oh
in
my
that
goodness.
nigga Charleston White's space the other day.
Are you the police?
Trolling.
Is
No,
this the
you the
police?
Oh
Bro,
my
are
goodness.
you the
you're a
police?
tragic ass.
What are you telling?
Ellis
Like you
Islander.
go around snitching on people, bro? What the f***'s the matter with you?
You just
Oh
mad
my
because we call your ass out and
goodness.
everything. Anyway, besides that, I just wanted to let you know that
These
first of all.
people are
Secondly,
cray cray.
I was listening on A9 to the person who was hosting that space that had the Metcalf's father in there. And it was all kind of contradictory stuff in there. You know, for you to say as a father that you raised him up to be humble, that's a lie because these were known bullies that you raised. They whoop your
Guys, can I ask you something? Why is it always so simple to be like, or to point a finger? Are you the police? Are you the police? What's up with that? I never got that. Someone please leave it in the comment and tell me how does that work literally? Let's continue.
your ass for either abusing the mother and or their sister or both. So and then there's all kind of stuff that that just dispel easily what he's saying about them being good boys when everybody is saying that they were just known bullies. But I wanted to let you know that. Have a good one.
Good looking out, brother. All right, Loki, what's going on, Loki?
What's up, man? So, Tariq, have you ever heard of a concept called mens rea or criminal intent or the evil?
Yes, I know what mens rea is. Guys, listen, these I'm showing you this so that you can pull out these definitions and look these definitions up for yourself, especially if you're doing content on the Carmelo Anthony's case, so that you can literally know exactly the terminology because they're going to be using that. This helps when you're covering cases, okay? If it was my field, I could really get down and show you guys. I'm very excellent at it. I used to do collaborations, PowerPoint presentations, all by myself for hours. Let's continue.
Evil mind.
Oh no, what's that?
It's an element of an action in a trial that needs to be proven if you're going to convict somebody of a crime, right? You can't just have the act; you have to actually have intended.
But you can do that all day long once it gets to the court and the jury. Okay, did we select the jury correctly? Is there any bias? So that's a kind of grayish area. Let's continue. Pardon me.
For the act to have happened, which is the guilty mind, right? So there's actus reus, there's mens rea, and then there's the attendant circumstances that the.
How many of you remember those two words from high school? I took college prep classes, so I know even I think not even in college prep the terms were had to be learned. How many of you remember those two? Because we had the test on them. I do remember those two words. Let's
The
continue.
act happened and you intended on that act to happen. This is typically to convict somebody of a crime. Does this make sense so far?
No, because what they convict people on is I'm white and I say so.
Okay, so you don't want to have a. So do you? But do you understand what I said about mens rea?
Yeah, but you understand how that's enforced. It's enforced through the lens of I'm white and I say so.
Okay, but you do understand what the guilty mind means, right?
Does that make sense?
A guilty. Yeah, well, so okay, everything's white supremacy, correct?
It's enforced by white supremacy. All the laws, all that stuff, it's enforced by the white supremacy. I'm white and I say so narrative, sir. Now,
Gotcha.
this guilty mind thing, how does that relate to the Carmelo Austin Metcalf situation?
Well, I'm glad you. I'm
Sorry,
glad you
guys,
asked.
I had to get something.
So, of course, Carmelo
Sorry.
didn't go with
I had
the
to fix the
psychic
light.
ability that he's going to stab somebody there. He didn't go with the intention of stabbing somebody, but he did have a deadly weapon with him when he went to the bleachers to dap up Mr. Eddie Para. So when he dapped
Eddie
up Mr.
Para.
Para, 15 different times he was asked to leave the tent area
Oh my
because he
goodness.
didn't belong there.
Okay, stop.
Are you?
No, stop right there.
Okay, I was
Deadly
wondering when
weapon
you
of
was
three
going to
inch
cut this
knife is
short
not
to
really
read.
a deadly weapon. It's a
Correct.
utility weapon.
Correct it, rather.
Anything is a deadly weapon if that's the case.
Right.
It's a 3 inch fingernail file is a deadly weapon then.
Right.
So
It can be
Tariq,
used for that.
do you live in reality, sir?
yeah, sir. If
And as we all know, even a writing pen, if you hit that right artery, a writing pen is a weapon. But however, let's continue.
if a woman has a fingernail file in her purse, should she be there with a deadly weapon? I mean, what's your point here?
If she could puncture someone's aorta with it, then yeah. If she's using something in an unlawful manner, then it becomes a deadly weapon.
Right.
That's correct.
Right, but our Karmelo was not using it unlawfully. It was self-defense based on Texas law. It was enforced through the lens of I'm white and I say so because he's black and the victim was white.
Tariq, have you ever heard of the concept of proportionality?
Oh yeah. Oh, tell me about that.
Okay. Proportionality is, in this case specifically, would be if force is used against you, you could use equal and proportionate force to that force that was used against you. In other words, if somebody shoved you, you'd be able to shove or say sock them in the mouth.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. But here's the problem. You got rated Daniel Penny around, and that wasn't proportional.
Will you allow me to talk about that?
Because he killed Jordan Neal, who didn't touch nobody, and he choked. Was that proportional?
Okay. I have the actual trial transcripts and I'm going to do a show tomorrow on this, which I can't wait to do. But Daniel Penny didn't use a deadly weapon.
He choked him.
That's not a deadly weapon.
He used lethal force.
He choked him because he was ranting and raving like a lunatic, and he was threatening black women that were on that train, as testified to at the trial.
So him not touching anybody, he still got lethal force used against him. So was that proportional?
He assaulted people.
He didn't assault nobody. Okay, you're not going to lie. That's what you're not going to do. If you lie, just wrap it up.
I'm not.
He did
not lying.
No.
Tariq, you understand there's assault and battery. Battery is the completed assault. So just by saying you're going to hit somebody, it's
what?
Okay.
What?
By saying that you're going to hit somebody or attack them, you don't have to wait for that assault to become a battery for you to take action against the individual.
Oh, so you're saying Karmelo's in the right then?
Nope. Here we go again. Proportionality, my friend.
No, that
proportionality.
That is proportionality. If you
wait, then a knife is proportional to a shove.
You just said a choking is proportional to a verbal threat. So yeah, according to you.
No. What I said is that you don't have to wait for an assault.
Guys, they're debating about the Karmelo trial. Please subscribe.
So by your logic, Karmelo was being assaulted, so he used the same force.
Educational purposes
so
only.
You're agreeing with me.
Wait, how did Daniel Penny didn't use a deadly weapon? So how did he use the same force that Daniel Penny used?
Lethal force. He used lethal force, sir.
Yeah, but he used a deadly weapon, Karmelo.
It was lethal force. The same thing. Lethal force is lethal force, sir.
Do you think that there's a reason people see this a different way than you do?
Because of race.
Race. It's all race. Everything is race.
You're agreeing with me. See, you're agreeing with me, but you're trying to deny that you're agreeing with me.
What I'm saying is that first, okay, so let's leave proportionality out because you don't want to concede that point. Let's go to the next point. Goading. You ever heard of a word called goading? G-O-A.
You just proved that Daniel Penny used lethal force and was justified. Then therefore, Karmelo, who was actually being attacked and verbally assaulted, was definitely justified. You just proved that, sir. So yes, thank you. But he got it based on I'm white and I say so, because the unwritten rule is a black person is never supposed to defend themselves using lethal force against a white person. That's the difference, sir.
Tariq, before we go to goading, I want to ask you one other question.
No. Let's dig into this. Let's dig into the common law of white supremacy. Isn't it a common law, that a black person is never supposed to use lethal force against a white assailant? Right?
No.
Show me the cases where black people have been justified in doing it then.
I have to look it up. I don't have any at my fingertips
did you catch
right now
that?
because I'm discussing this instant case with you.
That's called observation.
Several cases
He became speechless on that question.
Who weren't even
you never become speechless in the middle of a debate.
When the killer is a white person. Tamir Rice.
And the only reason you can keep that from happening is if one is telling the truth and the other is not. Let's continue. Meaning facts.
Trayvon Martin.
Tamir Rice, there was a call that there was a boy with a...
Stop it. Jordan Neely. Cyrus out there with Mr. Chow.
Cyrus threw a pistol on Chowsington.
Stop it. No, he didn't. Y'all have to reduce yourselves to lying, just like y'all lie about Philando Castile.
Tariq, are you a serious person?
Yeah, you're not going to sit here and lie. Yeah, y'all trying to do on white not say so. That's not going to work, sir.
How about goading? Let's go to goading. Do you know what goading is?
Pointed out, I just pointed out, I'm talking about in recent years, several cases where black people who were not a threat whatsoever were justifiably unalived by non-black people. But you can't
Please
find no
subscribe, guys.
cases
Thank
of
you.
black people being justified in using lethal force against white assailants. The fact
Tariq, we're getting far afield from the point, which I want to go into why he got convicted.
I'm white and I say so. It's never justified. You're just spinning wheels, sir. It's
I'm not. You just keep muting.
yeah, because you're not going to just waste time. You're trying to do a time.
I'm not wasting time. I'm asking you, do you know what goading
No,
is?
do you know what white supremacy is, sir? Let's make it.
I already asked and answered, sir.
Right.
We already asked and answered. I answered that already. Why are you berating me now? You're badgering the
You're
witness.
trying to do the time wasting babble. We're coming.
Sir,
Sorry, guys. They're just debating, but great points in a very serious topic. As you're badgering the witness. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
you know what goading is?
Yeah. I don't give a damn what that is. What white supremacy is, and
Wait, do you know what it is?
I'm white not say so law is, right?
Is that you're just going to repeat yourself, right? You're just going to repeat yourself, right? Is that what you're going to do?
You're not going to sit here and just gibber babble. You're not going to.
You're gibbering. You're gibbering. You don't know what to say. I'm asking you a direct question. Do you know what goading is?
I don't care because it has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, of course you don't.
It doesn't happen.
And you are a clown of the highest order. I got to tell you, you are a real clown.
Are you really
My.
Sicilian? Are you really Sicilian?
I am. I'm about that life too.
What life are you
Oh
about,
my
sir?
goodness.
I'm an ADOM, American descendant of mafiosi.
Right.
Hold
Sir,
on, guys.
you are
He said he was about, oh my, okay, let's continue. I plead the fifth.
a poor wop.
Uh-huh.
I think
Right.
Tariq
You came
Nasheed
over
won
here with
this
no
debate,
papers.
and
You had
I am
lint
far
in your
from being
pockets.
biased.
Well, how
And look at us now.
dare
And,
Well, I know for a fact that he
and
did.
look at us now.
how dare you denigrate us? And if it weren't for us, you'd be over there in Sicily eating olives, scratching lights out your pubic.
The
hairs.
other guy,
How dare
I'm
you?
gonna
You
end it
don't-
here,
you
guys.
don't-
The
you
other
don't
guy was
disrespect.
giving great information. This is how you pull from information, learn, and put it together with what you already know, literally. Okay, this is how you grow. You grow your education, your strategy. You have to be strategic, meaning hearing, observing, listening, pulling out whatever needs to be pulled out, but leave the rest where it's at, okay? But again, Carmelo Anthony's trial is beginning this week. Well, it's beginning already, but you guys keep the situation in your prayers. He's only human, and I myself think he's innocent in this matter. This is my personal opinion, and I will stand on it. Like when I make my vote, that's my personal decision on whom I vote for, okay? All in that kind of